All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I am your host, KPZ. You are here on the home of the Slightly Above Average Ship Review, and you are watching the Slightly Above Average Ship Review right now. All right, we're here on Trap and a Domination match. You are new to my channel. If Spartan Elite 43, replaying one of my superlative matches in the Monahan, brought you to my channel, thank you for stopping by. My goal in this channel is to give the average player a no-frills look at a ship, whether it's a premium ship or a tech tree ship, and in my own way tell you what I think it's good at, tell you what I think it's bad at, remind people that in domination matches you want to capture the base circles, and all sorts of other fun things that don't have anything to do with the game sometimes. All right, so we're here in the Strasbourg. It is basically an up-tiered Dunkerque. I mean, it's a Dunkerque class battle cruiser, so that's that. All right, trap domination match. We are top tier. Brief look at the enemy teams. Who cares? I'm just out here in the Strasbourg. So you can see some of the differences between the Strasbourg and the Dunkerque is, well, first and foremost, to get 2 charges of a main battery reload booster. You have few more hit points, although that's affected by some of our skill and module choices. We'll talk about that in the port after the match. And it allegedly has more bow armor, or maybe slightly more armor all over the ship. I'll just say, in my opinion, at tier 7, it could be really ugly. At least it was for me in the tier 7 match I played in this thing, because everybody was like, new ship on the first day, let's kill that guy. So maybe it'll calm down a little bit after a while. All right, you can see we engaged the Leon with our HE and did set him on fire. He damaged Kant, but that's all right. Our reload is a little over 21 seconds. So we got shots out of the Leander, and we also set him on fire. And now you can see I've switched to HE. I would really love it if you could swap out one of these consumables for a speed boost. I'm not saying I would give up a heal for a speed boost, and I definitely wouldn't give up a main battery reload booster for a speed boost, but I may think about giving up a plane for a speed boost. Leon went behind the little island here, so we are going to swervitate into the Alpha Cap while our airplane is up in the air, hopefully looking for torpedoes. And as you can see, I am the lead ship. The destroyer and the cruiser are behind me, so thanks a lot, guys. All right, North Carolina, Tier 6 battleship. Don't go broadside, North Carolina. Sounds like a bad idea. So I'm running Jajard in this, and as you can see, you got plenty of penetration to deal with the North Carolina, as long as they're showing you the broadside. Now, I was hoping the Leander would sail into that, get dev struck, and then I wouldn't have to worry about him anymore. But he doesn't, so I put it into full reverse, and now I'm getting side shots, because nothing makes me happier than getting side shot. We do break the Leander with a Citadel there, and luckily, due to my reversing, we are going to avoid this torpedo as my enemy finishes off the, or my teammate, sorry, finishes off the Leander. We are going to engage the North Carolina again. We are getting side shot now from both sides, the Leon and the Bravo Cap, but we are busy messing up the North Carolina. He's still broadside. He didn't learn his lesson. So we hit him with another Citadel. So we already used one main battery reload booster. Everything is on reload. We got will to rebuild going on. We're on fire twice, and we're just advancing through the cap because why not? And we hit the North Carolina again for a third Citadel. And I guess he just doesn't understand that going broadside like that's a bad way to do business. So we're going to get that capture flag right before the shells come in. He doesn't even hit us. And we get our salvo out, and that is the end of the North Carolina. All right, Duke of York over here. We're still got 2 fires on. And we are just turning bow onto the Duke of York. Not really tanking, but just trying to reduce the amount of shells that we're going to get hit with. A little bit above the waterline here. And as you can see, again, 4 pens. No problem penetrating. We do finally get a damage con and a heal. And because our fighter plane reloaded, we'll just launch that too. Why not? I need to see what else is out there. All right, still a little bit above the waterline. Those shells were pretty unimpressive. Some of them hit the water like 20 feet away from the Duke of York, so that was real great. Real great shooting there, France. Unfortunately, as you can see by the consumables I chose, just gonna have to live with that. All right, a little bit higher, maybe trying to knock out a turret. We disable one, and we do some more damage. And now we've got the speed and maneuverability to stay in this bow on profile and close on the Duke of York, which is just going to help our penetration hopefully a little bit more. Oh, turret traverse, what are you doing? All right, we've finished off the Duke of York and unlock the high caliber medal. All right, here's the Leon, so he's the closest enemy I can see. I'm turning bow towards him. He's doing a very unusual backing maneuver, which I don't recommend in the middle of the water like that. But whatever you got to do to dodge those torpedoes, my man. All right, so he sets us on fire. We'll just say screw the rules and damage con immediately. He is eating more torpedoes. And we are going to just keep shooting. Our turrets are out of time, which is not great. We knock out both of his rear turrets. So I guess these shells are not as anemic as I thought they would be at tier 6. The Leon runs into those last 2 torpedoes, and that's all she wrote for him. All right, so looking up the scoreboard, 3 enemy ships left. A Mutsu, a Tennessee, and a destroyer, which I've yet to see. The Mutsu just got wrecked. So we're going to see if we can get some shots on the Tennessee and add meaningless damage numbers to our scoreboard here in the Strasbourg. So again, I mean, I know you're supposed to maybe play this thing at range with a Jajard, but it's a fast ship. It's hard not to fall in love with that speed and maneuverability, which is doing well for us in this situation anyway. Um, except that part where I don't know how to aim at a ship that's moving. That's not great. So yeah, if you like the Dunkerque and you understand how to play the Dunkerque, then you will probably like the Strasbourg, you know? If you don't like the Dunkerque, if you don't like battleships that don't have a lot of armor, if you don't like battleships with all the guns up front, if you don't like battleships that tend to get their guns knocked out, then you might not like the Dunkerque or the Strasbourg. But basically, this is just a poor man's Jean Bart, maybe. Although clearly not armored at all like the Jean Bart. Continuing to shoot at this running away Tennessee. As you can see, we're getting some hits. You know, not saying it's anything to write home about. You know, surely the King of France thought his money was well spent on this thing. So we're just going to keep shooting at the Tennessee. I have a destroyer, as you can see, through the rock, 15.2 kilometers away. There's a nice hit, 4 penetrations on the Tennessee. And we're just going to keep driving at them and shooting because that's what we do. You do get lit up a lot by HE, I found in the ship. Really got punished at tier 7 by the HE spam. So that is something to keep in mind. I would not blame you if you ran Geprat on this ship. I may run Geprat on this ship, and if I have a good game, I'll put it up as a later review, or at least a game. But for this one, I went with Jajard, and because that's why I have in the Dunkerque, and he did not let me down. There is kill number 3, and we are up to 137,540 total damage. So my experience in the ship, when you are top tier, you have the potential to dominate. When you are down tier, it could be really ugly. Um, but if you're familiar with the Dunkerque, and if you're not, you can always watch my video on the Dunkerque. But if you are familiar with the Dunkerque and you enjoy it, you will probably enjoy this ship. All right, Bushun, way off in the distance. We do have HE loaded. I feel pretty confident saying I think all of those are going to miss. Yep, we hit the water. And he is probably going to come close to dying here before we can get more shots done. Well, maybe not. All right, there's some good shots. And we do a little bit of damage there. And he goes dark. So we launch our plane, last plane. We used every single consumable in this match. Not gonna lie. It took them all to get to where we're at.
Torpedoes, direct front.
Here come the torpedoes. I can tell you now, deep water torps, can't dodge them. Tried to squeeze in there, just cannot do it due to the width of the ship. So that is that. If you stick around for the end, we are going to review the commander and the ship in the port. Um, there's not a whole lot left of this match. This one destroyer, I think my teammates are going to sink him allegedly any minute now. I'm trying to get to the right teammate, but they kill the guy. All right, that is the end of the battle. And get a little bit of steel there. Here we are on the victory screen. High caliber metal, 139,075 total damage, 3 kills and 1 assisted base cap. 731,000 plus silver, 86.99 ship XP, 16,263 commander XP. We are using all the booster flags. There we are at the top of the board in the Strasbourg, 25-21 with those 3 big kills. Shiny horse. Nice game to you, sir. All right. So that is the Strasbourg. Opinions may vary. Feel free to leave your comments below. Here in the port. All right, we got the Armament Durability Mod 1. As you can see, increases main battery, secondary battery, and AA battery survivability. You will definitely need that at Tier 7. Damage Control System Mod 2, because we're a battleship. I did think about steering gears, but at the end of the day, I went with the Damage Con because of the amount of HE spam in the game. And Target Acquisition System Mod 1. Eh. All right, Loadout. We got 3 charges of the repair party. 4 charges of the catapult fighter, which you will need if there are aircraft carriers, and the 2 main battery reload boosters. If there weren't a lot of aircraft carriers, maybe you want to run the spotter plane. I would never use the enhanced secondary targeting on the Strasbourg. Just one guy's opinion. All right, we ran the Epic Ship XP booster, the Epic Commander XP booster, the Epic Global XP booster, the Epic Credit booster, and the Rare Battle booster in that gameplay. Got that Type 9 permanent camo. And yes, I'm a whale. Whales fly the Strasbourg flag. All right, 52,200 hit points and a 25% torpedo damage reduction with our build. Same guns as on the Dunkerque, basically. 2 quad 330 millimeter turrets, 18.1 kilometer firing range, reload in 21.6 seconds, turn in 29 seconds. HE shells 4,800 damage, 35% fire chance. AP shells 9,700 damage. 2 groups of secondaries. All of the stats are the same. 5 kilometer firing range for both sets, 5-second reload time, 1900 HE shell damage, 9% fire chance. Got 2 twin 130s and 3 quad 130s. It's kind of an odd arrangement, but they all do the same damage. All right, Aaa Defense, you can see your secondaries are dual purpose and do count as AA, but I like the plane because I don't think that's high enough. 32.1 knot speed, 730-meter turning circle, 10.9-second rudder shift time. Concealment 14.2 on the surface, 11.9 from the air, 12.1 when firing in smoke. Here in the armor viewer, green is my favorite color unless we're looking at a battleship's armor profile. Citadel, a little bit above the waterline at the very top there. Got a heavy plate in the front, slightly more armored on the top. Put those turrets back on. You can see turret faces are not sloped. Uh, I wouldn't call that heavily armored either. That's why I run that mod. All right, put the bow back on. 26 millimeter bow. Side plating goes all the way down the side of the ship. Casemate armor, that's pretty solid. I wouldn't say this thing would be vulnerable from the air. Just my opinion. Excluding HE, of course. And then we'll put on this other meaningless armor that likes to catch on fire. All right, let's look at the Strasbourg armor profile. Here's our commander, Robert Chagard. You can see I got Cunningham, and I got Emile Guéprat. You know, I'm just building my strengths here. I'm pretty sure I'm probably one of the few people that uses Guéprat, but it's France. Battleships are supposed to be fast, you know. Base trait, increase the AP shell penetration. Again, you're going to need it on a low caliber battleship like this one. We got flammable cannoneer, crisscross, megalomania, a little hit point reduction there as a penalty. Reaching out XXL and will to rebuild. That is a look at the new premium ship in the shop, the Strasbourg. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, you could if you want to see more slightly above average ship reviews. Thank you so very much for watching.